Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my favorite houseplants of 2024. I picked these because these all started out with either this one leaf, no roots and everything like that, and I've just taken the time to grow them out this whole year, and that's why they're really special to me. They're not the most rare plant, they're not the most special plants, they're just plants that are really special to me that I have put a lot of care of into the year of 2024. So let's just start out with one of my favorite plants that I've grown out in 2024, which is, this is my Anthurium luxurian radicans. I got this one when it was just this one little leaf right here. It had absolutely no roots at all, and look at it now. It is so big and it has grown out beautifully for me. This newest leaf is just got gigantic and I can't wait for it to get super bushy. I have no idea where I'm gonna put it, but I'm gonna have to keep it. But yeah, so let's check out the roots on it now. Check out the roots on that thing. From no roots. I have repotted it 3 times because of just how quickly the root system was growing, but this has been a really good size for it. This is just a pot I got from the thrift store, and I just have Leca and Fluval at the bottom, and I plan on making a very in-depth video on how I pot up plants, or how I pot up anthuriums into no drainage versus how I pot them up with drainage. So there we go, finally. Okay. Oh, also to mention, this is its second inflorescence, and I plan on collecting its pollen, and I plan on collecting its pollen and self-pollinating or crossing with something cool. So that's my first one on the list. So the second plant on my favorite for 2024 is just my Esqueleto, but this one's kind of special because I got it as a 1-node cutting, and it had 1 leaf, and it took months to propagate that leaf and to get roots. I had it in Leca. If I would have known now, I would have done it in Fluval, but the Leca worked fine. So it was in Leca for about 4 or 5 months. After it was in Leca, I put it in a smaller pot. It quickly outgrew that, and now this is what we have now. Look at the size of this leaf. The first leaf was smaller than this one. It did downsize, then it went big, and then it downsized again with this newest leaf right here. But she's absolutely gorgeous. She's been fun to grow out. I think growing out cuttings is so fun because you get to watch it grow, and it's a cheaper alternative to buying a whole plant this size. So anyway, second on my list, and these are in no particular order. I'm just showing you, kind of switching it up. But second on my list is Monstera Esqueleto. Okay, so third on my list for my favorite plants of 2024 is my Medrium Silver. I got this plant. I'll insert pictures of the plants when they were juvenile, so I don't know why I'm just mentioning this, but here's a picture of it when it was little. And here's how big it has grown. It just keeps growing and growing. My advice with this plant is it's super thirsty no matter how dense you make the soil. Also keep the runners, because I've kept them and they produce leaves all up and down here. And I just keep twisting the runners around and around the pole. And yeah, so she's pretty easy. She can tolerate medium-ish light, and she's just been an easy grower. I got her from my friend Paige, so hey Paige, if you're seeing this. But yeah, I've not had any pest issues. It's been living on my nightstand. Yeah, so this is my Medrium Silver. So fourth on my list of my favorite plants for 2024 is my AOS Ex Papilliminum. It's Forgetii. This one is really special to me because I grew this out from a 1-leaf seedling. Here is the leaf right there that it grew out from, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. The characteristics on it are just getting more insane the bigger it gets. And since I moved it out of its seedling pot to this pot, it's just been in this pot. I have not repotted it in about a year, so it's time. I think she's due for that, but I don't know. I love the venation on it. Very easy plant. I just keep it in my grow cabinet and that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. This is my Alocasia dragon scale. She is looking a little bald-headed, but that's all right. She's pushing out a new leaf. She did take a hit when I moved her from soil to this pot. She got so big I've had to repot her a few times, and she just doesn't do well with the adjustment. I did get a bunch of corms from her, so I actually grew out one of her babies and sold the rest. But I love the dragon scale. I've bought other Alocasia and there's nothing like a dragon scale Alocasia. I want all kinds. I want the variegated one, but I'm happy with her for now. She's just in this pot that I got for 99 cents at the Goodwill. Very easy. She just sits on my nightstand and I can't wait for her to get lush again. Yeah, I just can't wait for her to get lush again this year. I'm not gonna move her, and we're gonna keep her in this pot until her roots are just so root bound. But yeah, so that's my Alocasia dragon scale. Up next, we have my Monstera albo. I got this one when it was 3 leaves down here. She has just grown like a weed. I used to have her on a moss pole, but I'm not a big fan of moss poles for my Monsteras. She has branched on this piece of wood so fast. Her root systems are just getting so much larger since putting her on this plank versus putting her on a pole. But here she is up close. She has beautiful genetics, and who I got her from, every time I buy a plant from her, it's just absolutely insane. This is one of my fastest growing plants. I would say she's putting out, I got this in July. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she pushes out about a leaf a month and she's just so happy. She's just in some soil. She does dry out. I let her dry out before I water, but I find myself watering her once a week and I just love it. I use silica to keep from browning and give her tons of light, and she's just such an easy growing plant. Albo Monsteras have definitely held their value over time, especially with tissue culture being brought in, which I think can be a good thing and a bad thing. I'm not too sure. I can notice a difference in plants when they are tissue culture versus non-tissue culture, but that's just me. But yeah, so this is my Monstera albo. If you can get your hands on one small, just take your time with it. Be patient and don't rush the process, and make sure you're using the right amendments on it so that she can be big, strong, and healthy. Next up, this is a really cool plant. It's actually its own genius. It comes from South Africa. This is called a Chacharides mirabilis. This is such a beautiful plant. You can mistake it for an Alocasia, an Anthurium, a Philodendron, but it's really cool. It has this little stem right here that really reminds me of Anthurium, but it also shoots off runners. So I have a runner going right now. And what's cool about this plant is I got it when it was this leaf right here, and I just knew that if I put time and effort into it, she would grow out and be gorgeous. This is the last leaf she gave me, so the jump from this to this to this is insane. She's obviously happy. I keep her in a self-watering pot. She just has soil and I think I put some tree fern and some leca in there. There's this guy on TikTok I follow. I think his name's Planty Town. He has the same plant and I saw him put it on a pole. So I put it on a pole just because, why not? It's plants, you can experiment. They're your plants, do what you want. You don't have to listen to the internet constantly. If somebody's telling you you're doing something wrong but it's working for you, that's all that matters. And that's what's worked for this plant. I can't wait to see it branch into the pole because I can see it has aerial roots and I can see it starting to branch in. The self-watering pot has been great for this plant because it's definitely used to a lot of moisture and a lot of sun. I keep it in my windowsill and yeah, it has been super easy and I'm very happy to have this plant. If you would like a cool, unique plant that is its own genius, go ahead and get you a Chacharides mirabilis, or however you say it. I'm obviously gonna put the names on the screen once I edit this. But yeah, so gorgeous foliage, and it is a cool plant. I just love the runners and everything like that. It keeps putting off little offshoots. I'm pretty sure these are runners. It did randomly pop out a leaf right here. Very, very cool plant. Love it. So next up on my favorite houseplants of 2024 would be my begonia ferox or however you say it. She was just putting out blooms. Oh, look, her little bloom fell off right here. It has this crazy foliage on it that just looks kind of goth in a way. This plant has doubled or tripled in size since I got it, and you can see it's happy. It just keeps putting out new shoots for new leaves and everything. I'm definitely gonna get this into a self-watering pot soon, and go ahead and change its soil. The soil's looking a little hydrophobic. So, but yeah, other than that, I've had it out in ambient conditions for a while, just underneath a really strong grow light, and she has been happy that way. So there's no complaints on my end with this plant. But yeah, I have really gotten into begonia this year. I think begonias are gorgeous. People just, you know, I know a lot of people love them, but personally, everybody I know is obsessed with philodendron. Philodendron is definitely not my favorite genus of plant. Anthurium is, and Anthurium, I mean, and philodendron will probably be the last of my favorite, but yeah, so I think it would be Anthurium, Monstera, begonias, then philodendron. But yeah, there we go. Beautiful plant. I've had no problems with it. I've actually hadn't had any of the leaves die off. It's a pretty hardy plant. But yeah, there we go. One of my favorite philodendrons. This is the Philodendron glorious, not a gloriosum. They're totally different. This is a mix of a Milano and a gloriosum. So I love it. This one's a pretty mature one. To me, it does look like a gloriosum, but it climbs up and it doesn't crawl. It's pushing out a new leaf. I love when it pushes out a new leaf. It's pink for a minute. And yeah, so we need to get this one going to the front, but it's kind of crawling back. I need to get it straight up the pole a little bit, but yeah, so this is my glorious. A lot of people, I went to go buy a glorious online and somebody sold me a gloriosum, and I told them, and I was like, hey, you said this was a glorious, not a gloriosum. And they're like, sorry, I can't do anything about it. I'm like, girl, you told me it was a glorious, not a gloriosum, so whatever. But that's my little rant. But this has been an easy grower. Just have it. It has incredible roots. It honestly could be upsized, but I'm just gonna let it ride in this pot for a while. But nothing to say. I just keep it underneath light, feed it, and let it grow. So there we go. So up next on my favorite plants for 2024, we have the Hoya lacunosa silver mint coin. This one's really special because I grew it out from a one leaf cutting. It wasn't even rooted, and she has just grown. I love the silverness on the leaves. They're absolutely stunning. Shout out to my friend Zach for making me this cute little trellis. It is absolutely stunning. And this one's just grown completely in moss, and I haven't changed it at all. I keep it in my little Hoya cabinet, not tons of high humidity. But yeah, this is my Hoya lacunosa mint coin or whatever. But yeah, I have tons of Hoya. A lot of them I've just gotten in the past 5 months, and I don't want to consider that like my favorite plants of the year, but this is definitely a cool one. So the last one I got from Jalen. So if you're watching this, hey Jalen, he's local to me, and I got this from him as these two little leaves right here. And this is a Pallidiflorum narrow, not the regular Pallidiflorum. And it has just grown and grown and grown. I think I got this back in like June, and it is just blasted off. Yeah, this one has just totally taken off. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love strappy plants. It's probably my favorite strappy anthurium that I have, and it's been such an easy grower. I just keep it in my rodstud cabinet back there. And yeah, you should definitely consider getting one. super easy. Buy it small so it's cheap, and then just watch it grow. It's already pushing out a new leaf, even though this one just happened, and it just happened to be the same size as the last one, so we're happy with that. Okay, so this will be the final plant that I'm going to show y'all to wrap up this my favorite house plants of 2024. I got this from Logan Pinos. If you are looking for great anthuriums at great prices, his page is Masterful Botanics. And anyway, I got this from him, and it has, oh, actually I have one more from him. So this isn't the last one, but the Queen of Hearts is such a beautiful plant. It has such sultry, dark leaves, like this. And it's just kind of, has really long petioles on it. It's just kind of bouncy. It was in a greenhouse cabinet for a long time until it got too big. Now it's just out in ambient conditions, doing well. It actually gave me her first inflorescence. I saw her go into caterpillar a couple weeks ago, and now here we are. I plan on collecting her pollen and then self-pollinating once once it gives me the pollen. Anyway, she's been such a good grower. I just want y'all to check out these roots on here. They are absolutely insane. It has just rooted well. And Logan is honestly one of the best sellers I have ever gotten my plants from. They come and they're healthy and they're huge. You think you're getting one size and you come and just imagine it like 5 times bigger. So that's what you get from Logan. So Queen of Hearts, such a beautiful underrated plant. The foliage on it is so pretty. It's kind of red, it's kind of gray, it's kind of black, like just an easy plant. I'm not really gonna go into details on these, but just kind of showing you. So lastly, this is my other plant from Logan. This is a, just trying to get it up on there, a super wide Barra Leblonzo expodophyllum. This one had about 4 leaves when I got it, so I would say it's about this big when I got it. And it has just shot up. The characteristics on this thing are insane. I thought it was gonna be like wide leaves like this. Like this kind of like Dorito. This is the reason I bought it for this leaf, honestly. This kind of Dorito look, but it has just, look at its progression on the leaves. They are daggery, they're super cool. Here's the newest leaf that just keeps growing. It has even more. It's kind of giving like butterfly wings. Yeah, it's giving like butterfly, like evil butterfly. But this one about it is it just kind of grows straight up. You can see the leaves. So I recommend sitting it down so you can enjoy the foliage. But super easy grower. Logan said he wants a cutting of it once it gets bigger. I'll definitely be sending that to him because I love him and I love buying plants from him. But yeah, so this one's cool. It has definitely rooted up in this pot really well. It has great thick roots. All of the plants that are in Anthurium I featured have no drainage, and they've all been in the pots at least a year, and I've had no root rot. I've had no problems with it. So yeah, if you're thinking about doing no drainage, start out with something that you're not afraid of losing, and make sure you're using the right amendments, soil, and everything like that. I've recently transitioned to doing more of a soil-less mix, but I'll make a video about that when I repot one of my plants that need it desperately. But thank y'all so much for watching. That was my favorite houseplants of 2024. Most of these started out very small and have grown very large under my care. I've experimented with different fertilizers, different additives, different soil mixes, ambient, cabinets, everything like that. So what makes me want to be in plants is actually the growth of the plants, not the collection. I love spending time with them, cleaning them, treating them, taking pictures of them, recording them. It's definitely a great hobby. It's kind of helped centered me in my life in the past year. I've not had the greatest year of my life. I've had a lot of mental health issues, which has been a really big struggle for me. but I finally feel like I'm coming to terms with that and getting the right help. And plants have really helped me. It keeps me at home. It keeps me from doing things that I don't want to do. Gives me something to look forward to every day. And I think everybody has a reason for why they collect plants, and that's my reason. So thank y'all all so much for watching. I've seen my YouTube channel grow this year, and I plan on posting one video a week on my YouTube. It's a lot of work, but I'm willing to put the work in because I would love for my YouTube channel to grow this year. So thank you everyone who has been watching and supporting thus far. But yeah, so thank y'all so much for watching. I am on other socials. I am on TikTok, Instagram, Red Note, what is it, Threads. I have Facebook. I have all of those. They're all Airwood Fever Dream. And I can link them down for you below. And if you have any questions or any ideas of what I should be making videos of, please drop them below. I'm always looking for recommendations on what kind of videos I should make. I definitely think a soil mix is due, and I think I have been doing some experiments that I'm going to record long term, but I would love to hear your input on what you would like me to put out. So it just definitely helps me out with your recommendations. But thank you all so much for watching my video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really supports me. And go check out my other platforms as well. So thank y'all all again, and I hope y'all have a great day. Bye.